The changes in the weather conditions in India can be broadly categorized into 4 distinct patterns. These are the cold weather season, the hot weather season, the advancing monsoon, and the retreating monsoon. India has cold weather in the winter that begins in mid-November and lasts till February. December and January are the coldest months in northern India. By contrast, the southern parts of India do not experience very low temperatures. On the eastern coast, the average winter temperatures are high as compared to the average temperatures in the northern plains. For example, in Chennai, the temperature during the winter ranges between 24 degrees Celsius and 25 degrees Celsius. On the other hand, in Jammu, the winter temperature may range between 26.2 degrees Celsius and 4.3 degrees Celsius. Frost is a common phenomenon in the North Plains, while the higher slopes of the Himalayas experience snowfall. During winter, the northeast trade winds blow over the country. As these winds blow from land to sea over most parts of India, they are dry. So, in most parts of India, the weather during the winter is dry. However, in some parts of India, like the coast of Tamil Nadu, the winds blow from the sea to the land. From the sea to the land. Hence, these places receive some amount of rainfall during the winter. In the northern parts of the country, a high-pressure region develops. As a result, light winds blow outwards from these parts, passing through the Ganga Valley from the west and the northwest. These parts normally experience low temperatures and low humidity, a clear sky, and feeble, variable winds. Other characteristic feature of the winter season experienced over the northern plains is the inflow of cyclonic disturbances from the west and the northwest. These low-pressure systems originate over the Mediterranean Sea and Western Asia. Along with the westerly flow, they move into India, causing much-needed winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. The winter rainfall is locally known as Mahavat. Though the total rainfall in winter is low, it is immensely important for the cultivation of the Rabi crop. In the peninsular region of India, which is down south, the cold season is not as distinct as in the north. Due to the moderating influence of the sea, no drastic seasonal variations can be seen in the temperature pattern. The hot weather season in India refers to the summers that begin in March and lasts till mid-June. In India, summer is caused due to the apparent northward movement of the sun, which shifts the global heat belt northward. Its influence can be seen clearly from temperature recordings taken from March to May at different latitudes. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius, recorded on the Deccan Plateau. In April, temperatures in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh are around 42 degrees Celsius. In May, temperatures of 45 degrees Celsius are common in the northwestern parts of the country. In peninsular India, temperatures remain lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. In the northern part of the country, during the summer months, a rise in temperature and a fall in air pressure can be experienced. Towards the end of May, an elongated low-pressure area develops in the region extending from the Thar Desert in the northwest to Patna and the Chota Nagpur Plateau in the east and southeast. Circulation of air begins to set in around this trough. Loo is a striking feature of the hot weather season. These are strong, gusty, hot, dry winds that blow during the day over north and northwestern India. These can sometimes even continue until late in the evening. Direct exposure to these winds can be fatal. In northern India, dust storms are also very common during the month of May. These storms bring temporary relief as they lower the temperature and may bring light rains and a cool breeze. This is also the season for localized thunderstorms, associated with violent winds, torrential downpours, often accompanied by hail. In West Bengal, these storms are known as the Kal Baisakhi, which means calamity for the month of Baisakh. Towards the close of the summer season, pre-monsoon showers are common, especially in Kerala and Karnataka. Pre-monsoon showers are often referred to as mango showers, as they help in the early ripening of mangoes. The advancing monsoon in India refers to the rainy season that lasts for a period of 4 months from June to September. By early June, low-pressure conditions become intense over the northern plains. This attracts trade winds from the southern hemisphere, which originate over the warm subtropical areas of the southern oceans. They cross the equator and blow in a southwesterly direction as they enter the Indian peninsula. As these winds blow over warm oceans, they bring abundant moisture to the subcontinent. These winds are strong and blow at an average velocity of 30 kilometers per hour. Within about a month, the monsoon winds cover the entire country, with the exception of the extreme northwest. The southwest monsoon winds totally change the weather conditions in India. Let us see the effect of these winds on different parts of India. The windward side of the Western Ghats. The windward side of the Western Ghats receives very heavy rainfall that can measure more than 250 centimeters. The Deccan Plateau and parts of Madhya Pradesh lie in the rain shadow area. However, they do receive some amount of rain. The northeastern parts of the country receive the most rainfall of this season. Moss syndrome in the southern ranges of the Khasi Hills, which is reputed for its stalagmite and stalactite caves, is the wettest place on the earth. It receives the highest average rainfall in the world. In the Ganga Valley, the rainfall decreases from the east to the west. Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat get scanty rainfall. Another phenomenon that is a characteristic feature of the monsoon is the breaks in rainfall. Breaks refer to the alternating wet and dry spells of rains. The monsoon rains take place only for a few days at a time and are interspersed with rainless intervals. These breaks occur due to the movement of the monsoon trough. The trough and its axis keep on moving northward or southward, causing the spatial distribution of rainfall. When the axis of the monsoon trough lies over the plains, rainfall is good in these parts. Whenever the axis shifts closer to the Himalayas, longer dry spells are experienced in the plains, and widespread rains occur in the mountainous catchment areas of the Himalayan rivers. These heavy rains cause devastating floods that damage life and property in the plains. The amount and duration of monsoon rains also depend on the frequency and intensity of tropical depressions. These depressions form at the head of the Bay of Bengal and cross over to the mainland. The depressions follow the axis of the monsoon trough of low pressure. The Indian monsoon is very unpredictable. It is characterized by alternating dry and wet spells that can vary in intensity, frequency, and duration. It can cause heavy floods in one part of the country and droughts in another. It is often irregular in its arrival and its retreat. The farming schedule of millions of farmers all over the country, which is dependent on the monsoons, can sometimes get disturbed. The retreating monsoon refers to the transition season that lasts from October to December. As the name suggests, the months of October, November form a period of transition from the hot, rainy season to dry winter conditions. The main cause of this transition is the apparent movement of the sun towards the south. The monsoon trough, which is the low-pressure trough that had developed over the northern plains, weakens. A high-pressure system gradually sets in, causing the southwest monsoon winds to weaken. As a result, the monsoon winds start withdrawing gradually. By the beginning of October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plains. The retreating monsoon season is marked by clear skies and a rise in the temperatures. The temperatures during the day are high. However, the nights are cool and pleasant. Since the land is still moist, the weather becomes hot and humid. The days can become quite oppressive. This is commonly known as October heat. In the second half of October, the mercury begins to fall rapidly in northern India. By early November, tropical cyclonic depressions, which originate over the Andaman Sea, cross the eastern coasts of India and reach northwestern India. This causes the low-pressure conditions to shift from northwestern India to the Bay of Bengal. These tropical cyclones cause heavy and widespread rains and are often very destructive. They also cause great damage to life and property in the thickly populated deltas of the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri. These cyclones sometimes arrive at the coasts of Orissa, West Bengal, and Bangladesh. These depressions and cyclones bring rainfall to the Coromandel coast. Due to the unpredictable nature of the monsoon, the distribution of rainfall varies drastically from region to region. The western coast and northeastern India receive over about 400 centimeters of rainfall annually. Western Rajasthan and the adjoining parts of Gujarat, Haryana, and Punjab receive rainfall of less than 60 centimeters. Rainfall is equally low in the interior of the Deccan Plateau, east of the Sahyadris, and around Leh in Jammu and Kashmir. The remaining parts of India receive moderate rainfall. Snowfall is restricted to the Himalayan region. Major variations can also be seen in the annual precipitation from year to year. The annual rainfall varies the most in the low rainfall regions of Rajasthan, Gujarat, and the leeward side of the Western Ghats. Areas of high rainfall are liable to be affected by floods, whereas areas of low rainfall are drought-prone. In spite of its uncertainties, the monsoon acts as a unifying bond on the Indian subcontinent. The rhythmic cycle of seasons results from the seasonal alteration of the wind systems and the associated weather conditions of monsoon. The phenomenon of monsoon is an integral part of the Indian landscape. Animal and plant life, agriculture calendar, and the life of the people and their festivities. Every year, the arrival of the monsoon is eagerly awaited by the people of India from the north to the south and from the east to the west. The monsoon winds bind the whole country by providing water to set agricultural activities in motion. The river valleys that carry this water are also a unifying force as a single river valley unit.